Route 302, Glen, New Hampshire.
Yeah, do it again from the top. No, we got this. Mr. Dan Hood from the Mount Washington Auto Road and Great Glen Trails joining us this morning. Dan, how are you?
I'm great. Good to see you.
You've been busy.
I've been busy. We've been busy. Everybody's busy, right?
Oh, it's very busy.
And
but
have
for
you seen the weather out there today?
It's.
I mean, why are you guys watching TV? After this is done, you got to head out because it's. Okay, all right, that's it.
But you guys have been working hard.
We
155 years. You guys are doing it up in style, and you've come in and totally revamped the website for the tours.
Well, that's one of the things we've been doing to get ready for the year, and we have a new website and mobile friendly and all that. But you know, for the first time, we're going to be able to give people the ability to just go to the site and find out if we're open, if we're closed, what the weather is, what the wind is, the visibility. So if you're down here in North Conway or wherever you might be in New England and you want to know what's going on the Mount Washington Auto Road, you just go to mountwashingtonautorod.com and get the status right there on the front page and everything you need to know.
That's awesome because it can be quite a difference between down here in the valley and up in Pinkham Notch.
Absolutely. It's always different, it seems like, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have we looked out and like you either see that it's beautiful up there or you can't see it at all? There are times where we look down on you guys down here and we can't see too much except we know that you guys are in the clouds down here and we're in the sun. Right,
because I've done quite a bit of filming up there, and then I drive down, it's raining in the valley, which is always opposite of what you think. So that's great that it's going to be up to the minute, so you guys can check out the status of the Auto Road. But don't let that stop you from going up. There's a lot to do at the Mount Washington Auto Road and Great Glen Trails when you get up there, besides the scenic beauty.
And that's just it. It's, you know, even if you look up and you can't see Mount Washington, just to spend the day or the half day on the road itself, going out for little hikes and just experience the wind. I mean, think about it. When it's 45-mile-an-hour wind, everybody's told, stay inside, shelter down, right? We invite you to come up, and we want you to experience what the wind is like at 45, 50 miles an hour, and it happens quite a bit. So even if it's a cloudy day, it's still a great time. There's the interactive museum at the top, all kinds of historical buildings to visit, and there's always something going on up there, and it's always a good time.
And the Extreme Mount Washington Museum is relatively new. That
it
was
is.
redone over a couple
two
years?
years, I think, now, and it was a $1 million renovation by the Mount Washington Observatory, and it is amazing. It gives you a good feeling of what it's like up on Mount Washington during the wintertime, and
driving a snowcat and everything.
Absolutely. And you know, everything, you know, everybody thinks about, oh, you're going to go to Mount Washington, we're going to go to the summit, but there's so much to do from the base to the summit. There's all these little pull-offs and these little hikes and scenic areas where you can walk or hike to. A lot of people use the Auto Road to do a hike, to do like an hour-long hike, or you're hiking above tree line so you get the views all the time. And
so you start your adventure.
You start your adventure without having to go from the bottom to 3,000 or 4,000 feet up.
I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you don't have enough time, or maybe you're just not feeling like you're in the best shape, so you just want to go out instead of up, and so there's
you get
always
some
something
scenic
going
beauty
on.
Because you talk about the surrounding wilderness and the areas of the Mount Washington Auto Road.
Right, so Mount Washington, as you know, on our side we're in Pinkham Notch, and at the base of Mount Washington we got Great Glen Trails, where we offer mountain biking, or trail biking we like to call it. There are mountain bike trails, but we have pretty wide, smooth carriage roads where, so even if you have a family, a young family, you can rent bikes from us, any size bike. And
you have pull-alongs too for the little ones.
We have the pull-alongs, we have the fat bikes that you can rent and try out. Everybody's heard about the fat biking craze, and
they look so weird. Have you tried those yet?
I have. They're
What's
amazing.
The ride like?
It makes you feel like you can go over anything, and you can go faster, and it's really a good feeling. And our carriage roads are Nordic trails during the wintertime. So they're all nice and smooth, and they're kind of roly-poly, and they go into the Great Gulf Wilderness area, and the views are just, I mean, you've been there, it's just amazing.
Yeah, I love,
you know?
And you guys have really maintained the beautiful natural wonder of that area, and I think that's what I appreciate about it too. It's not over commercialized, it's not overdone, it's just, it's beautiful, but it's easy access for a lot of folks with disabilities as well. To get out on the trail system.
Absolutely, and we have a beautiful base lodge. We serve a full breakfast and lunch. You know, we have the full amenities in the base lodge. We offer great paddling tours. So if you want to kind of get away from the crowd, sometimes it gets busy here on a hot day in this area. If you want to kind of get away into a quieter area, we do guided kayak wildlife tours. And we call them that because we see wildlife just about on every tour that we go on. We do half-day tours, we do full-day tours, and you can go online and learn a little bit more about that. And as a matter of fact, if you book online, you save $5 off a tour per person.
Okay, and what is the typical ability level for a guided kayak tour?
You can be total beginner. Yeah, absolutely. It's not hard. If you can paddle a canoe, you can paddle a kayak. It's actually a little bit easier. And you can choose to get your own kayak, or you can do a tandem kayak.
So you have someone else do the work for you?
You certainly could. You could blame them if if you're not going fast enough.
Get the motor in the back.
Yeah, and so I mean that's a lot of fun, and certainly the trail biking is a lot of fun. I mean you could literally go to the Mount Washington Auto Road in the morning, go up the road, spend some time on the road, come back down, have some lunch. You can have lunch at top too. And then you could go for a kayak tour in the afternoon or do some trail biking.
So full day, full weekend, really.
You could spend a lot of time there, no doubt.
Let's talk about the new 3-hour adventure guided tour, because that's a little bit different, right, from the usual summit tour?
So what we found is our regular 2-hour tour is basically 30 minutes to the top, and then an hour on top visiting and doing whatever you like to do, and then 30 minutes back down. And we had a lot of people saying, hey, we want to visit the road itself. We want to stop and take pictures and video and all that. So the 3-hour tour allows you to basically take your time. We stop at 3 or 4 different areas along the way. You get out, take your videos, your selfies, and go for little hikes, go for little sightseeing jaunts. I mean, there's 3 or 4 areas along the road where just a 5-minute hike.
Right.
Even if you have the little kids with you, got grandma with you, whatever it is, anybody can do some of these little short walks, and it brings you out to these grand vistas that you literally can't find anything like that unless you're up on the Auto Road.
Okay.
And then once you do 3 or 4 of those stops, you go to the summit, spend some more time up there. So it's basically an extended tour. Some of them are focused on the alpine flowers, which are just coming into bloom right now. And depending on what you want, we can kind of customize it to what you like. So it's kind of neat. They're available every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 10 a.m. So 3-hour tour, 10 a.m. Wednesday, Friday, Sunday.
Makes me want to bust out into the Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, the 3-hour tour, but we're going to bring you back this time, okay? And so as opposed to the 2-hour tour, you just have a little bit more time, a little bit more freedom. The 2-hour tour is available every day. They begin today, actually. The 9 a.m. tour you can book online. As a matter of fact, if you book the 9 a.m. tour online, you save $5. You just got to book 24 hours in advance.
Okay.
But if you don't want to book online, you can just walk right in, leave your name. And it's a little bit of a wait sometimes, maybe 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes.
Because you're looking for open seats, the first
Yep,
available.
so it's the next van that'll come down that'll take you up.
Okay.
But we have a museum down at the base. We have a beautiful base lodge, so there's plenty to do while you're waiting. And yeah, there's always something going on. So
and the retail shop too, which is awesome. I know in the wintertime you guys are famous for your hats. I love the collection of hats.
Yeah, I know you do. You're always sporting one of those hats.
I know, but in the summertime you guys also have gear in there.
We do. Nate Harvey runs a great shop, summer and winter. It's the Outfitters shop. It's down at the bottom floor during the summertime, and we have some outdoor gear, soft goods and stuff like that. During the winter, we step it up quite a few notches with skis and more of those items. And during the summertime, that retail shop turns into more of a gift shop with the stuffed animals and the sweaters.
New Hampshire paraphernalia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
So it's actually a really big shop, and so there's plenty of shopping to do while you're there if you have to wait a few minutes for your tour.
Okay.
But even if you're driving yourself to the top, or you can certainly come across the street to the base lodge and have a little bit of lunch or whatever you like, or rent a bike. And
What time do you guys open in the morning?
So we just started 8:30 to 5 now. So we're into summer mode.
And that goes every day.
That goes every day. Yeah, weather permitting. Always, you always want to check your website. Our mobile-friendly website is now really looking slick on the phone. So take a look at it on your phone and make sure that we're open, because as we know, Mother Nature tends to have her way on Mount Washington, and So we definitely recommend that you call ahead or check our website out to make sure that we're operating that day that you're coming up.
All right. And what's the last scheduled tour?
The last scheduled tour goes out at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Basically, you'll spend, well, actually, the guided tour will go out at 4 o'clock, and then you can drive yourself up as late as 5 o'clock.
All right.
And those hours will change as the summer gets a little bit more. As we get into June, I think it changes again. So check the website, and we have a lot of fun events coming up. And
we're going on today. We haven't even mentioned.
We have Alton Weagle Day going on today, which is pretty neat. And
did you get a look at everybody, or were you too busy with the opening day?
Well, they were already gone by the time I got there. But we had 20 people signed up for that. We've never had that many people signed up. So good luck to Hans, and good luck to everybody that's doing that. I can't
believe he's going to crawl the whole way.
Yeah, and he's always got really funny names to what he's doing and all that. I should have brought the sheet because there was some really funny people that are going to be there. But so.
Well, the Bavarian
crawler, that's right.
Well, we'll look to the website actually for photos of Alton Weagle Day.
Yeah, and you can check out our Facebook account. Make sure that you're seeing the latest photos, and we'll have the Alton Weagle photos up today.
You make some create some great photos.
Well, it's pretty easy up there, right? Anybody can go to Mount Washington and become a photographer.
But you capture in a definite way, like the Aurora Borealis that you got from this past summer, and a lot of cool stuff. Or was it winter? That was winter one, wasn't it? That was.
Well, we've gotten a couple. You got Ernie Mills up there, who's also a great photographer. And
no, I know you posted it.
There's been a couple Northern Light sightings here in the last few months, and a couple last fall. So. Always something exciting going on in the Mount Washington Valley.
Well, thanks for the information, and a website and a phone number where they can call.
Yeah, it's MountWashingtonAutoRoad.com. If you have your phone, it's all this information can be found right there. Directions to the Auto Road can be found on the phone, and 603-466-3988. Great Glen Trails opens today for weekends only, and you can rent bikes today, and paddling tours might be sold out already. It's kind of late because today's Saturday, but check it out. And Great Glen Trails will be open for weekends up until around the third week of June. Then we'll open up 7 days a week.
So the Auto Road is open on a day-to-day basis, but the Great Glen facility is weekends only.
Yep. Auto Road is open 7 days a week right now, right through November or late October, and Great Glen will be open weekends only until third week of June.
Well, Dan, thank you so much. It was great to see you. And Mount Washington Auto Road Online, their new website with up-to-the-minute status updates on the Auto Road, is all at mountwashington.com. Did I get that right? Or mountwashingtonautoroad.com?
Mountwashingtonautoroad.com. Do a Google search and you'll find it. No problem.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan. All right, folks, we'll be back. We're going